guys, it's Erin here with another haul, and I'm going to show you a couple of pages in my art journal as well. First I have almost the last of the Bloom Girls. I've, made it my mission to collect them all, except for I wasn't really cool on the one where her face is all like a sugar skull. I forget what that's called, but I wasn't going to get there. See, right here. I wasn't going to get Katrina, because I don't really want to color that in. Doesn't fit my aesthetic. And there are the boys. There's this guy, and I thought he was on the back of one of these. But anyway, I'll probably get them at some point, but I'm not like actively pursuing them like I wanted all the girls. This one is called Mother. I'm sorry I'm saying This one is called Mother, and again, she's very large. And actually, if you look at this one, it's almost exactly the same face. This was the Faith journaling one, journaling and faith, something like that. I think this one, I forget what this one was called. I think this might have been Esther. I take everything out of the packages. I'm actually going to take them off the foam too, so I just haven't gotten around to that. But still, this one is much larger and can go in a lot of different places, and she's kind of looking that way instead of in the other one. So, whatever. I figured I'd get them both. And this one is Gardenia, and she goes this way and has her hair blowing this way, which I thought is cool and will be fun to paint, especially like if you add more hair and, just make it all crazy. So I was excited to do that one. And then the very last one, I do not know her name. They don't have them on them. I don't know why, and I didn't bother to look it up. But I was looking on Amazon and I was comparing prices, and then I looked at, I don't get Joann's newsletter thing anymore, but I was looking on their website and they actually had them pretty cheap. Sadly, they did have some of the ones I had just bought for at least $2 or $3 cheaper than Scrapbook.com had them. Scrapbook.com did not have any of these at all. But, I mean, there's the whole paying shipping thing, and, I got them. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, a couple of dollars. I'm not going to quibble about it. And the point is, I've already used a bunch of them, so that's good, which you'll see. I'm going to show you. And then I made an order to Simon Says Stamp, and I'm really not a fan of Simon Says Stamp just because they never have coupons, and it's always you're paying retail, which bugs the crap out of me. But they're the only ones that I've found that sell Clearly Besotted. If you know someone else other than their actual website, which is in the UK, and it'll cost $1 billion to get to me, if you know someone else in the US that sells these stamps, I will buy from them instead. But or send me your coupons, because I'd never get any. Yeah, so basically I just buy Clearly Besotted stuff from them. And then I ended up with My Favorite Things too, because Marker Pop was out of this one, and for some reason everybody's crazy about succulents, and I know why, because they're cute. So I really want to play with these, and I have family in Arizona. We actually have cacti here in California up in the we have Joshua Tree National Park. So some of these actually live there. This one specifically lives there. So, it's something that I'm very familiar with, and I love the colors that you can do with these different cacti. So I thought of getting this. That actually has some sentiments I might actually use. Looks like You're Stuck With Me. I wouldn't use them with the cactuses because I have issues with puns, but I would actually use that as a sentiment, which, is rare for me. Most of the sentiments on here I'm not going to be using, but this is one of the new releases that kept getting sold out. One or the other one of them would be gone. And I have a feeling that Sandy Alanock, I think that's how you say her name, I have a feeling that she's to blame because she did a bunch of videos on these two sets. And so, like, every time the video went up or every time she shared a photo on her Instagram, poof, they went out. And so I finally was able to snag them. I love the little robot dog and cat. So I had to get those because, I'm a video game person, and so robots and aliens and stuff really go with that. So I wanted to make sure that I added those to my collection, which it's becoming more of a collection since I'm doing all the art journaling instead of crafting and card making. I haven't made a card. Oh my god. But the point is I have cute little birds now. So one of the things that I do like about Clearly Besotted is they do the animals that are facing each other, so you don't have to do the kiss stamping thing, but they're also slightly different. So like this one's looking down a little bit and they can be looking at each other. These two can be flying together. These two can be looking at each other. I like that. And they're slightly different, so it's not the exact same thing, whereas if you did the kiss stamping thing, which is frustrating for me, because I shake. You can see it right now. That's the meds, which I'm on constantly, so I shake constantly. So doing anything delicate like that doesn't really work. So I like that Clearly Besotted does this. And very lastly, I got flowers because my kit wasn't expensive enough. I don't know. My order didn't cost enough. I don't know. I was just looking at them and I thought, you know, I have the other set of the smaller flowers. And I do even have sets by what do you call it, Paper Tray Ink, that have many of these flowers, but for some reason I was really attracted to this sunflower, and I thought the sunflower and like one of these birds would be really cute. So I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I haven't made a card in like forever, or maybe like if you mix in the little succulents, or even pot some of these flowers, that would be really cute. So we'll see. Because the other reason that I haven't been playing as much is a lot of my Copics are dead. I use them so much that most of them are dry, and with all the meds that I'm on, I have a hard time actually being around the Copics. I have a hard time with the paint too, but the problem is, with the paint, it's dry, and I can sit very far away from it. The Copics, I color very close to my face, and I can't, my lungs are too sensitive, so I can only color every other day or, once a week or something like that. So I'm talking with my hands for no reason. I'm sorry. Here, let's show you something. So last the haul video, I showed you the what are these? The Distress crayons, right? I showed you the Distress crayons, and I said, "Look at me, I'm gonna go play." Well, I played, and for some reason, I played coloring the same direction on both of these things that I've used so far. But this one isn't finished yet because I have to decide. He's in the foreground. This is, sort of the, semi-foreground. And then this is the background. I need something in the middle ground. I need something right here. And I don't know what yet. So he's not finished yet because I'm not sure about the composition of this, or if I want to make everything a silhouette, or if I want to color it, or what. I have no idea. But the point is, this background is gesso and then those crayons. I used clear gesso, and then I did the crayons on the back of it, and it looks really nice. It was fun to do, and if you can see the texture that I created in there from those new paintbrushes where they have the texture things on the end of them. I ran it through as I was painting over the crayon. So that was fun. For a more completed page, you can see what I'm working on right now. This is not finished, so don't look too hard. This one is obviously one of the Bloom girls. You can tell I didn't draw it because it's pretty. I did her, well, I did the background first, which, I mean, you can see all this kind of progress stuff on Instagram if you're interested in more of a blow-by-blow thing. But I did the background, and then I took a stencil. I took the rock stencil, and I kind of, you can see there, I ran with a baby wipe over it, and then I stamped her on top, and I colored her with Neocolor crayons. Now, I know that she's, Asian, and I didn't want to make her white or, anything like that, but so I made her grayscale. That's what she is. She's not, me appropriating her whiteness. I swear, that's why she's not pink or flesh-colored, or, Caucasian flesh-colored, you know what I mean. I thought she would look really cute in grayscale, and then just have her eyes be their, natural color, which I assume, would probably be around brown. And then obviously I did the flowers like that as well. And I just added the quote that says, "It is not what we have in our life, but who we have in our life that matters." So I thought that was nice. And then I just added the little dots with the silver paint that I got, and then Dina's a little, what do you call it, little pen tip on that, which is what I got them for, so I can make those kind of dots. But yeah, this is what I'm working on now. This is another one of those Bloom girls. Like I said, not done yet. And one more that I actually completed. These are long projects, so they're taking up more of my time, which is why, you know, before I had a bunch of things to show, and now I don't, you know, I've only got a couple. So I've got this one. The background was all deli paper that I had done in the previous videos that you saw, the tidbit videos of me just doing the jelly printing stuff. I did some of, not all of the paper, I think a lot of it is, I put them in here, see, so I don't lose it. But I put that down, and then I stamped her and I colored her in Neocolor crayons. And then I did the quote, which says, "I will not stress about things I cannot control or change." Yeah, right. And then I stared at it, and I stared at it, and I stared at it, and I stared at it for 2 to 3 days, because I had no idea what I wanted to do. So I ended up making this frame around it. I knew it needed something. So I ended up making this frame around it to kind of, you know, contain her and, you know, her obvious emotional issues because she's stressing about things she can't control. And then I thought that's still too stark, so what else can I add? I was going to add some doodling. I was thinking about dipping one of those bottles. You know, you take the bottom of the bottle and you dip it in paint and make circles and stuff. I was thinking about that, and then I thought that's way too busy, especially if I'm going to, you know, mix it up with the paint on the sides. So I thought, what if I took some, what is that, whip spackle? What if I took some Faber-Castell whip spackle and I put it through a stencil? And once I did, I think I did this side here, and I'm like, yes, that's exactly what this needs. So that kind of, you know, cemented it for me. And I did these 6, and then I realized that's an even number, so I did that one in the center. Never use even numbers, ever. But it's kind of the same thing with this one. I have no idea what I want this to be or what's going to go on there, so I just kind of ignore it. I mean, you don't have to work in order in your albums or, you know, with any sort of logic, or you can leave things half done. This was me just having extra from a different page and just kind of smushing the whip spackle on, because you don't want to waste your medium, right? So, you know, that's why I have so many different albums, because I don't know why this was there, but I'm just going to replace it. That's why I have so many different albums, because I can accidentally put too much gesso on one page and then gesso 4 other pages in albums. Because, you know, I do tend to do that. I'm like, I need this much. You don't need that much. You need a lot less gesso than you actually think. But Erin thinks she needs a lot of gesso. But yeah, no, you don't. And so that's basically what I've been doing, and that's why I wanted to make sure that I had all of these girls that I actually really did like and wanted to work with right away. I'm really excited to work with her. And I drew another one. I actually drew one myself. So you can tell this one is a stamp. And then, where is she? I don't know where she is. That's another stamp. Gosh, I don't know where she is. Anyway, she's on Instagram. I drew a girl off of Pinterest, and you can tell that it's not as beautiful as she was. So, in real life. So I wanted, you know, sometimes I need stamps to help me, or help me make things pretty when I suck at drawing and I'm shaking too much. Okay, I'm babbling way too much, and it's like 12 o'clock at night, and that's probably why. So I'm going to say goodbye, and thank you for watching, and I hope you like the pages. Okay, bye. She's right here. Doesn't she? I mean, she's pretty, but she doesn't look anything like her actual photo. Yeah. Hi guys, super duper quick add-on to the last part of the video, just because this is like sort of small. I ordered this from Amazon because scrapbook.com was all like, hey, look, we have this new set that's, you know, such and such. Well, Amazon was $15 cheaper than scrapbook.com. So, yeah, I figured I would get this gelato set. I have some gelatos, but I have them secondhand because my girlfriend collected a bunch of them, and I got her, like, duplicates because they used to come in weird packs. And so I wanted a set of my own, and these ones are brand new. don't even know how to open it, so I'll do that later. But you can see all of the colors on here. So there's a wide range of colors. You get 3 stamps as well. You get a little spatula, and you get a brush too. So that's pretty cool. And this was $50. And it says I was buying it straight from Faber-Castell, so that's cool. I also got these Texture Luxe texture paste. And the only thing that this one is silver, and then this one is like a pearl shiny. The only thing that bums me out is look how small they are. Now, it said in the description 30 milliliters, so I guess I could have looked up what 30 milliliters is because I'm American and that's not how we measure things. But I was expecting this, and I got this. So, yeah, kind of a bummer. But I guess I'll just have to be really, like ration it or something and make sure that I don't, you know, use it capriciously. Because, like, yeah, this is my gel medium, which is almost empty. But if you look at the Liquitex matte gel that I'm used to using, you can see how big those are. So yeah, this was really small. So I was kind of bummed out that this cost me. This one was $7 and this one was $11. And I don't know, I find that expensive. But even other companies had it's the same size for the same price. So I don't know, maybe silver's hard to make. I could probably just take this gelato and make silver, but we'll find out. So, alright, that was it. Okay, bye.